She crushed my hedge every day, so I built a trap that crushed her $80,000 SUV. Was I wrong or just the only one willing to fight back?
My hedge was my pride, a lush green wall I'd nurtured for a decade, until Karen's SUV started carving it like a Thanksgiving turkey every morning. Her tires chewed my greenery to shreds, and her smug wave as she sped off made my blood boil. I'm no saint, but I tried talking, knocked on her door, left polite notes, even brought it up at the HOA meeting. Karen just laughed, called me obsessive, and said my hedge was an eyesore. Anyway, the HOA, spineless as ever, shrugged and said it was a civil matter. That's when I stopped asking for justice and started building it. I'm a mechanic by trade, so I know how to break things quietly. My hedge wasn't just plants. It was a boundary, a symbol of my little corner of peace in this cookie-cutter suburb. Karen's disregard wasn't just about grass. It was about respect, or the lack of it. I spent weeks sketching in my garage, fueled by coffee and spite. The plan was simple, a trap to stop her SUV cold. I welded steel spikes from scrap, anchored them in concrete, and hid them under a layer of fake sod, right where her tires always cut through. It wasn't meant to hurt her, just her shiny new Escalade, the one she bragged about at every neighborhood barbecue. The night I set it up, I barely slept. My hands shook as I buried the spikes under moonlight, glancing at her house, half expecting her to catch me. By dawn, the trap was invisible, blending into the hedge like a predator in wait. I sat on my porch, pretending to read, heart pounding as her engine roared to life. She peeled out, same as always, aiming straight for my hedge. The crunch was glorious, metal screaming, tires popping, her SUV lurching to a stop. Karen stumbled out, face redder than her lipstick, screaming profanities that woke half the block. I walked over, calm as a Sunday morning, and said, "Told you to stop driving over my hedge." She called the cops, of course. They showed up, took one look at the spikes, and asked why I'd gone full vigilante. I explained months of ignored complaints, ruined plants, and an HOA that cared more about mailbox colors than actual problems. The officer sighed, said it was malicious property damage, and cuffed me. Karen stood there, smirking as her totaled SUV got towed. But the neighborhood wasn't clapping for her. Whispers spread. People were sick of her, too. The guy across the street, whose roses she'd flattened last summer, gave me a nod. Even the cop looked like he got it. Court was a circus. Karen played the victim, tears and all, claiming I endangered her life. I didn't have much defense. Spikes aren't exactly neighborly. But I told the judge about the hedge, the notes, the HOA's inaction. I said I wasn't proud, but I was done being trampled. The courtroom was silent when I described how Karen's disregard wasn't just for my plants. It was for everyone who tried to keep this place livable. The judge fined me $5,000 and ordered community service. Karen got nothing but a wrecked car and a neighborhood that now saw her for what she was. Months later, my hedge is growing back greener than ever. Karen moved her house, sold to a quiet couple who actually wave hello. I'm still paying off the fine, and the HOA hasn't dared mention my unapproved trap. But the whispers haven't stopped. Some call me a hero. Others say I went too far. I don't know anymore. I just wanted my hedge back, my peace back. Instead, I got a lesson. Justice isn't clean, and revenge leaves scars deeper than any tire tracks. Looking back, I wonder if I could have found another way. Maybe a taller fence, a louder fight at the HOA. But Karen's SUV was her pride, just like my hedge was mine. When push came to shove, I chose to shove back. Now every time I trim those leaves, I feel the weight of that choice. Was it worth it? I don't know. You tell me. When someone keeps running over your life, do you talk or do you build a trap? Share your thoughts. Where's the line between justice and revenge in a world that ignores your complaints? Karen's SUV is gone. So is she. But I'm still here. Hedge trimmed, fine unpaid, and questions growing faster than my plants ever did. They called it malicious. Maybe it was. But when the system laughs at your pain, how far would you go to take your peace back? Tell me this. When the world runs over your boundaries, do you plant flowers or lay the spikes?